Pop quiz. Do you know where the largest producer of umeboshi is in Japan? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guessed Wakayama-ken, that is the correct answer. Wakayama-ken is the biggest producer of umeboshi in Japan, followed by, I think, Gunma-ken, which is a little bit northwest of Tokyo area. And I love umeboshi, and I eat it all the time. Konbanwa. Pat here again at All Day I Eat Like a Shark, where I share my Japanese cooking videos once a week showing you how to make Japanese food. If this is your first time here, consider subscribing for more videos like this one. Today what we're going to be doing is making omusubi, also known as onigiri, which if you didn't know are rice balls that can be seasoned with either just salt, maybe soy sauce, shoyu, or filled with delicious fillings like we're going to be making today. I have all of my ingredients here ready to go, as well as my plates. I just have a leaf of shiso there, which is going to be our garnish. I have 3 pieces of umeboshi from Wakayama-ken. Today that's what we're going to be using is umeboshi that's been marinated in shiso with a little bit of salt. I also have here some homemade tsukudani. This is leftover from my dashi. Basically when I make dashi, I always save the konbu, the kelp, to reuse and make tsukudani. So this is a great rice topping. It also goes great with onigiri as well. So in terms of making the actual onigiri, before we get started, you can get something like this. This is called an Onigiri Key or onigiri gata. That helps to mold the rice into triangles, perfect triangles. So you can also do it by hand. I would recommend that you use a plastic wrap or a lot of water on your hands so that the rice doesn't stick. That's a key point there. So there's 3 different ways that you can try making onigiri at home. You don't necessarily need one of these, but if you do want one of these, they're available on Amazon. And the good thing about it is that you can push down pretty hard, and then there's little flaps on the back that help you push it out when they're finished. So I have about 2 cups here of cooked rice, and it's a little bit warm still. And I have some Kewpie mayo. We're going to put in about 3 to 4 tablespoons. This is a 5-ounce can of tuna. I already drained it, so let's go ahead and put that in here now. There's 1 tablespoon, 2, 3, 4. And if you're wondering what this is shimi pepper with a little bit of yuzu. Got this on my last trip to Japan. And I'm going to put that in here for a little bit of flavor. You can also do lemon pepper, or you can have it plain with just tuna and mayo. I like to change things up every now and then, so that's what we're doing today. I'm going to go ahead and mix this together. And so my mayo is ready to go. Now what we're going to do, I have 1 large sheet of nori, dried seaweed here, that I cut into strips. So this is about 4 inches by 1 inch. And these are going to be used to go under the bottom. You don't have to do it this way. You can cover an entire omusubi with nori if you want. You can go ahead and remove the meat from the umeboshi. I'm going to do 1 umeboshi for 1 onigiri or 1 omusubi. You can save these seeds to suck on. And they actually have a little nut inside. I didn't know that. Somebody in my Facebook group mentioned it to me that I should eat the seeds, and I took my hammer one day and I hammered it out. If you actually hammer this, if you break it in half, there's a little nut inside that has a little bit of umeboshi flavor, and it's pretty good. So we'll save that for later. So I have my 3 pieces of umeboshi here ready to go. My tuna is ready to go, and so is my tsukudani. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use the Onigiri Key to go ahead and shape some triangles. This is Japanese rice, 2 cups worth, 2 dried cups worth. I'm just going to put a little bit in here. If you put too much filling, it's going to come out of the sides, which may or may not be an issue for you. Kind of like it when it's overflowing a bit because it gives it a little bit more flavor. I'm actually going to just refill this with a little bit of water. That way the rice won't stick to your hands or your fingers. Some people salt the rice. You can actually put like salt when you cook it if you know that you're going to be using it for onigiri, or you can do it after the fact. Like when you put it, you can actually put it in the water when you're wetting your hands. That's one way that you can do it. So let me make some space and show you what I'm working on here. Okay, so here's our first half. I'm going to go ahead and drop 1 in there, drop 1 in there. We'll do the umeboshi first, and then we'll just go ahead and fill it up with another layer. Again, you don't want these giant. I don't like them giant. You can make them however big you want. You can actually eat this on the meal if you're on the go. Pretty versatile. Great snack for hiking, for lunch. And I'm just putting another layer so that it's just at the top, and then we're going to press really hard using the lid, and then we can wrap it with the nori. You really don't need to push this hard. I'm just exaggerating for the fun of it. So now the rice triangles are perfectly shaped. You can just go ahead and push it out the bottom. Once you get both of them out, you can go ahead and put a little piece of nori underneath so that you have a little triangle, just like that. And then here's the other one. Always put the rough side on the inside. So let's do the tuna next. Go ahead and push down there, push down there. Then we're going to go ahead and put some of this tuna on. Alright, so there's that one. I'm going to go ahead and do this in my hand. Okay, so there's tuna 1, and here's tuna 2. Go ahead and put on the nori here. And then here's the 4th. So here is how it looks right now. Our little omusubi dish. Perfect quantity for one person. I would be able to eat all this up and get pretty full. And then we'll go ahead and finish up with the tsukudani. I'll show you how to make that with the plastic wrap. So with this, you have a little bit more freedom here because you can put as much as you want as compared to the little plastic mold where you're a little bit limited by the amount of stuff that you can put in. So I'm just going to make a little flat triangle right now. And we'll put in some tsukudani. And this tsukudani is not just shoyu, mirin, and sake and sugar. This one has umeboshi in it. Double dose of umeboshi, plain, straight umeboshi, and with this tsukudani. It's good stuff. Alright, so you can make this into whatever shape you want because you're doing it by hand. Atarimae janai. That means duh, of course, in Japanese. So I'm just trying to make this a triangle. You want to make like a roof or like a V. You want to make like an upside down V with your hand, similar to like a cup, and then keep your other one flat while keeping the sides together so it doesn't get flattened completely. And then that'll give you a rough triangle. You can do it in 3 sections to get it as evenly of a shape as possible. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then you want to take it out of the plastic. Give it a little band-aid of nori, edible band-aid. So there's 1. And we can do another one. So not too bad, right? Pretty straightforward. There's actually a Onigiri Kyokai, which is a Japanese onigiri association. Who would have known that there was an Omusubi association? So here's my little triangle. Not too bad, right? It's almost like playing with Play-Doh. That's what it reminds me of, now that I think of it. I think since we have enough, we're gonna go ahead and take a bite right now, because I'm hungry. This was the tsukudani, I think. Homemade tsukudani is so good. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something new. If you like this video, subscribe for more videos like this one if you haven't already, and hit the alarm bell for notifications for when I post new videos. Give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment below to let me know your thoughts. Are you going to be trying to make omusubi, onigiri at home? What are you going to put in it? Other than that, I guess I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye. Sorry, osaki ni. That means excuse me while I eat. You say that if you're going to eat before everybody else. Osaki ni.